Hi, my name is Suresh Ramakrishnan. I am a startup investor and advisor, and I have been associated with Loyakk now for some time.
Hello, I'm Dion with AI8 Ventures based out of San Francisco and New York City, and we're a venture capital fund that focuses on companies that are specifically leveraging either artificial intelligence and or blockchain technologies, and recently invested in Loyakk. As you might imagine, we look at probably somewhere between 30 to 50 companies a week, have 6 or 7 conversations with various startups. And Loyakk really caught our eye primarily because Loyakk has a very unusual team in the sense that you have an awful lot of experience from industry, which sometimes we see that, but then you also have the technologists that are on the team that are experts in your field and understand blockchain thoroughly. And so normally what we're seeing is an entrepreneur that's very, very technical, but then they're lacking that domain expertise. And so having conversations with Suresh and Salim with what you're trying to do really caught our eye. And with your experience at SAP for many years, we had confidence that you know what the corporate enterprise challenges really are out there. So.
Right. Absolutely. And being at SAP has given us a lot of exposure in terms of typical problems and challenges that enterprises face, right? And as you know, SAP has customers across the globe, and there are companies across all industries, and there are a unique set of challenges that each company faces. And it also requires a certain DNA to be able to understand how do you build enterprise-grade solutions to help solve these problems. And that's what's interesting about Loyakk and the solution that we're building for enterprise problems. And so I'd like to get your thoughts on what you're seeing out in the market.
Yeah, sure, Suresh, is what we see is interesting, with a lot of hype, if you will, around blockchain and the premise of blockchain. I think the hype is real and will be game changing for all of us. But when it comes to actual companies that are using blockchain technology truly, what we normally see is someone is either going out for a cap raise of some sort, and they realize that blockchain is oft talked about, is hot, if you will, and so they start looking at a way to use and find a reason to use blockchain without really having a great use case. And Loyakk caught my eye and our eye because blockchain is critical to Loyakk's success. You're built on the premise of being a blockchain technologically driven company, and that's unusual. So you're not taking part of your platform or trying to iterate a little bit, and quite frankly with a view to doing a cap raise to attest that you're using blockchain. You are some of the few people that I've seen in the earlier days of blockchain, again, that have the enterprise experience, but the technical experience as well, with an experienced team. And that makes Loyakk very unique.
Right. And we think that it's actually a unique opportunity. If you look at it, we live in a highly interconnected world, distributed economy, a highly digitized and data-driven world. And organizations need to exchange a lot of information and critical business data with their partners, and be that suppliers or distributors and customers. And that requires an infrastructure that allows you to do that kind of those kind of heavy transactions at scale, and with security built in, right? And that's what we think that the opportunity is for a solution that's built on blockchain, such as what Loyakk is bringing to the market.
Yeah, I would agree, and I would also add, what's unique for Loyakk, and certainly from an investor's perspective, is you're not dependent on one industry. It's multiple different verticals, so the addressable market is massive, and you could be doing work in automotive, in financials, and others. So to us, while you're largely a B2B addressable type of market, and with that kind of scale, that's really attractive to us, and you're solving real world problems that I mentioned earlier.
You're right. There is applicability across a wide range of industries. Any industry that has a complex organizational landscape, that has multiple parties, where you have complex data that's moving back and forth across organizations, where security is paramount, There's a number of different use cases across all of different industries. And I don't believe there's a lot of other solutions out there that are addressing this opportunity.
There really aren't, Suresh. As I say, we are reviewing 40 to 50 companies per week. We invest in 8 to 12 companies per year. I couldn't find another Loyakk that's out there. And so I think the advantage for Loyakk is several-fold. One is first to market, so first mover's advantage. You all have that experienced team, and you've been building the platform for some time now and have actual clients that are on the platform currently. And the other exciting part to me, and I've in my career typically worked with chief information officers and COOs at largely Fortune 500 companies. They're all asking what kind of solutions are out there. Who's developed one? What's one that I can actually use today? And that would solve some of my problems and pain points today. And Loyakk has that. And if Loyakk gets, you continue to develop what you're doing with the platform today, our belief is it's going to be really, you hear oft used, but game changing. It could really, really be a massive, platform, and clearly as a business, a huge success. But it's going to make a big difference for the enterprise companies that are out there. I think we'll be sitting in 2 years from now, without wanting to over hype, if you will, I think this is one of the few. You're one of the few companies where we see that it could really make that big a difference in a short amount of time. So we're very excited to be partners.
Great.